A very good evening, everyone. I am Ragini Mishra, and this is Placements Unboxed by CEST Club. CEST is the official Civil Engineering Students Technical Club of NIT Rourkela. We have brought to you this Placements Unboxed, where we interview our seniors and alumni who have excelled in various fields and have got in some of the biggest dream companies. And with their help, we aim to help the aspiring students pave their way to some of their dream careers. In today's session of Placements Unboxed, I'm extremely delighted and proud to have with us Ms.Ananya Pattanaik. She is currently a final year student of NIT Rourkela and has been placed in Nation with Namo as a political consultant. To begin with, on behalf of the whole CES team, I would like to extend my extreme warmest congratulations on your success.
Thank you very much. I'm really delighted to be here.
Thank you. Before starting the session, we would want you to describe your 4 years at NITR.
Okay. Nothing extraordinary because 2 years of it went in COVID sessions. Everything happened in COVID. We couldn't get enough time to interact with our seniors, with our juniors. But other than that, it was a good period at home to sit at home and prepare your CV to decide which field to go without any distractions, like to wake up in the morning, attend classes, and then the entire day was empty. Basically, go out with friends or just let it be. You can decide whatever way you can go for. So, our first year was offline for us. Came into an ITR, met a lot many people, made a lot many friends. Okay, I can barely count them now, but still a lot many friends in first year. Joined the club, Mavericks. I have also served as the president of that club. And first year ending, joined Monday morning. Then 2 years went in COVID. Then we came to the final year, got my placement, handled or managed to keep my CG above 8, and trying to enjoy it till the end.
Okay, that was a very fun answer. Now, could you please explain us about your job profile at Nation with Namo?
So basically, my role is of political consultant. I am appointed as an associate in GILP. GILP is Graduate Integrated Leadership Program. Here we have to interact with like the ground level people. We have to know what their problems are with the leading members there in constituencies, various constituencies of different states. And then we have to collect a certain set of data, analyze it, find a solution, what can help the leader, what particular leader or party we are serving at that moment, and give a solution to the problems which can help them win the next elections. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So many students believe that analytics and consulting are the same thing. So do you think this statement is true? If not, can you please elaborate?
If you would have asked me in my first few months of fourth year, I would have said I have no idea. But now I know it's pretty different. Like if you go for analytics, you just have to analyze a certain set of data. That's it. I don't have much idea about it, so no offense to people, I just know that much. And for consultancy is basically analyzing the data, finding a solution, and then trying to implement it through different ways.
Yeah, I guess I'll have a little idea about it now. So what sparked your interest in consultancy and what served as your motivation?
Okay. I have, as I mentioned earlier, I have been a part as a journalist in Monday Morning. I've always worked among people, like talked to the professors or maybe talked to the students, came to know about their problem, wrote an article about it with a little satirical. It got responses from the administration, whatever I wrote about it. So it was very delightful to solve people's problem. Consultancy was one thing. I didn't particularly go for consultancy. My particular aim was to know about this company, which actually took one senior from a previous year. And it was based on political consultancy, like meeting people on the ground level, solving their real life issues. That is what intrigued me for the first time. Before that, I was basically preparing for core. And yeah.
So according to you, does CGPA really matters in getting a good placement?
Okay, being very frank, I have barely managed to stay afloat, like above 8. So I'll say in my situation, it did.
Alright. Apart from CGA, do you really think that internships play a very important role in getting placed in good companies? And what internships did you take up?
Okay. Answering your first question, it again depends from sector to sector. Like in if you go for analytics or for core sector, you'll have to basically have a project or an internship or a training in that sector. Consultancy basically does not have much outlet as an internship. You can get options if you research about it, if you're mentally prepared about it from your third year beginning. But if not, it's good to have an add-on, but it is not a basic like criteria to be judged on. You can have an internship. And answering your second question, my internships were in core both. Like first I did my internship in my second year end, and the second one was third year end. What I did in my second year end was a designing project in core only. I designed a G+8 building, and I was under CMPDI, a company, designing company, mini Ratna PSC kind of thing. And the second was I was an intern at Sale Pillai.
All right, I got it. So you mean that getting placed in consultancy, it wasn't required for you to have an internship?
So basically, the thing is, internships are add-ons. Even if you have a research project, that is also okay. What they search in you is in your technical section, like the practical section. If you're going for a research internship, research sections after you like for MTech or MS, they'll be searching how good you are in your research section. So it depends from section to section. Consultancy basically does not have that much of outlet.
All right. So, how, up to what extent do you believe in the fact that theoretical knowledge without practical applications is not worth it?
Okay. I'll give a very diplomatic answer on this. See, theory is good at its place. As Indians, we have this in our blood to always mug up stuffs to keep our theory very straight and very clean. But at the same time, I was selected on my practical presence. How I was good in my journalism section. My basic, I'll give you a few overview. Like I was asked a few questions where my opinion or my work as a journalist was impactful. Other than that, they questioned me about my leadership in my club, like Mavericks, things went, how I managed to, line section. So my entire process was basically trying to test me how long I can drag under the pressure.
Okay, I got you. Now, can you please walk us through the selection process? What are the process you had to go through before getting placed in the company?
Okay. First, they asked us to submit our CVs. Okay. Point number 101, your CV should be as colorful as possible. Like, not in the sense of colors, but in the sense of different aspects. Mine included score as well. Mine was a bit haphazard about it. I wouldn't say to follow me about it, but yeah, I would say it was pretty haphazard. But it's better to keep your leadership qualities if you're going in this sections, leadership and your extracurricular activities more elaborately than your core sections. First, second is we were told to submit a letter of purpose where we had to mention why we want to join it. This was the first process. We didn't have an OT process. CV shortlisting and the letter of purpose were the shortlisting process. Total 10 students were shortlisted. After that, we had two interviews. Both of them were compulsory. Each was 1 hour. First interview was a bit technical. I was asked about guesstimates, or maybe I was asked about case studies on my subject only, like how to relate public into stuffs. But it was case study and guesstimates. I was asked to give a few opinions as well regarding politics, but as I was not that fluent, so I obviously denied if I didn't have any idea. And please do not bluff in the interviews. It is strictly should be avoided. It is not advisable at all. Then three people were selected again for the evening interview. After the first two round of interviews, my second interview was totally HR based. Like I was given a few cases where I would try to give my ideas, how I implemented my journalism into how it can be implemented into real life and all. Third, after selection of three people, there was third round of interview. It was just for the sake of grilling. They grilled us like anything. Like if I have to give an example, I would say when I said as a leader of a club, I had to manage the internal issues. So What she asked in return was, मारपीट कर लेते हैं क्या लोग, हाथापाई हो जाती है, इतना politically active हो आप लोग. So it was basically totally grilling section. At the end, I was exhausted. I don't know about the HR, but yeah, and I got selected.
Okay, so that was very crisp and to the point answer. So, how did you balance your academic and social life through all these 4 years? And how would you characterize the flow of your day?
Okay. Balancing my life. I have always been scolded by my friends. पढ़ाई कर ले अनन्या. That one thing I've never done. I'll be like asking my friends, क्या तू मुझे एक हफ्ते पहले पढ़ा देगा? I'll be okay about it. But yeah, studies have been an important part because I've always been attentive in my class. कुछ नहीं तो notes लिख लो. Notes बाद में रट लेना, but notes are important. And after that, my social life has been like I have been a social butterfly. To never deny it, I have tried to have as many circles of friends I could have. I have tried to be as active in my club, like we used to practice till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and I was never the one to be tired. And other than that, journalism, like I have always been like out there, like for people. I've always wanted, to room जाने से पहले आधा घंटा किसी और के room में बैठ के गप लेते हैं. So that's how my social life has been. I have tried to learn a lot from people, their opinion. People call me the solution baba for a reason. Like I have been giving solutions to people जो मेरे खुद के life में कभी implement नहीं होता. But yes, other than that, I would say I've been a social butterfly to basically describe me. Like my proper Insta ID is, I even forgot my Insta ID. My Insta ID is sneaky journalist. So basically, I'm very sneaky in gossips and I'm good in journalism.
You said you never studied, I mean, from the starting.
Yeah, I've been scolded a lot.
And you got your preparation started 1 week before exam.
Yeah.
Still, you managed to get a very good CG above 8.
Okay, you consider above 8.
Call it hypocrisy.
Okay, hypocrisy, strong terms. Okay, but yes, I would say keeping it above 8 because हम लोग का first semester में second semester में it was online. NSEMs got some mugged up, some stuffs happened there, and हमको वहाँ पे अच्छे scores मिल गए थे. उसके बाद it was keeping above 8. And yes, I would say I have pretty good friends who can mug up or maybe understand stuffs and make me understand within a week. उसके अलावा, as I mentioned, I've always been active in the class.
Okay. So, we all know that NITR's club culture is very diverse. So, were you a member of any club? And if so, how did those clubs contribute to your success?
I was a part of 3 clubs. Basically, first was Mavericks. Second, I cannot consider as a club. It's an organization. And third was CEST. I was inducted in Mavericks in the first year. I have been very active in that club. We have gone to different competitions. We have won a few competitions, online, offline, both. I've even served as the president of that club in my 3rd year tenure. Second, I joined Monday morning in my 2nd year. Just the starting मतलब process भी शुरू नहीं हुआ था proper उसका working का, and it was completely shifted to online. Online में it was hectic, contacting people, contacting professors, somewhere feeling guilty that you're knocking at their phones and calling them again and again, annoying them. At the same time, it was feeling like you should be there for the, student janta who are not directly in contact, who are not currently offline. I enjoyed my role as a journalist very much. Like it was fun. And I got into events, and we also participated in the competition at IIT Kharagpur or Bombay. And then I have been inactive totally because I thought I should now start studying for my placements. Civil में placements बहुत rarely अच्छे आते हैं. So why not go for the core वाला thing? Because I don't know what happened to me. I was like कि नहीं, मेहनत तो करनी है, core में ही जाना है. I started studying core, but gradually I understood people are way above me. I should always keep a plan B ready. So that's how I went into not proper consultancy. I started going for guesstimates, case studies. That somewhere or the other made my basics for both the sections. And coming to the question, how it taught me, how my, extracurricular activities taught me, they taught me a lot of stuff, starting from controlling my anger and being very social with people. Like मेरे नाक पे गुस्सा रहता था. It was very bad habit of mine. I've learned how to control it. I have learned how to be a good leader. At the same time, I have learned how to work among people, like how to hold myself back to let people outshine, but know where to stop people if they are going out of the league. And other than that, leadership, communication skills, definitely. They have enhanced a lot. First year, I was backwards. I preferred to go for dancing, not for the communication clubs, because I was like, मुझे बोलना ढंग से आता नहीं है. I'll start fumbling in English. It's very embarrassing. Let it go. But I think now my communication has just come above the section where I can talk with people. Yeah.
You're really good at communication, I must say. Being a civil engineer, do you plan to take up GATE examination in the future?
I am open to the idea. See, my motto in my life has been जो हाथ में है उसको एंजॉय कर लो, कभी उसको जाने मत देना. लाइक इट हैज नेवर बिन कि यार वो जो आइडिया है ना, वो आगे जो गोल है उसको अचीव करना है तो मैं अभी का मोमेंट छोड़ दूंगी. ऐसा हुआ ही नहीं मेरे साथ. आई नो इट इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग कि यू नो यू गो फॉरवर्ड, यू हैव सेट योर गोल, यू शुड एम फॉर इट. I'm a very fickle minded person, so I try to enjoy every little bit of stuff in it. So currently I am trying to go in this line only. I'll be enjoying 1 year. घूमने को बहुत मिलता है इस रोल में. Every 6 months, new state, new location, new people, new politicians to argue with, new ground level people, like new public to talk to know their problems. So yeah, I'm gonna join here. Then I'm open to idea. It might be an MTech, it might be an MS. I might go for UPSC. You never know. I'm open for all ideas. Like people in my branch say, इसको तो सब करना है. तो हाँ भाई, मेरे को तो सब करना है.
Alright, so I have a very interesting question for you.
Okay.
So you're a civil engineer. So any student who comes to you and asks to take up civil engineering, so would you suggest him or her to take up civil engineering as a field?
See, I would not suggest a person to take up civil engineering as a field, but I would say if you have started, if you have taken up the subject, be loyal to the subject. Be a civil engineer first. Like start learning civil engineering as a subject because you have taken up. Maybe in future, 5 years, 10 years down the lane, somebody would ask me, क्या सीखा भाई? NIT राउरकेला से निकले हो, इंजीनियरिंग तो आती है. वो भी उस टाइम पे सिविल लिया था. एटलीस्ट यू शुड बी एबल टू आंसर कि हाँ भाई स्ट्रक्चरल तो पढ़ा था, कुछ नहीं तो आरसीसी वाले ने तो मार दी थी लिटरली. उसके अलावा यू शुड नो कि काकोली मैम वाज प्रिटी गुड इन एनवायरनमेंट. These are the things you can answer, and you never know when your life you want to go for it. Maybe people are preparing for analytics or some are going for the software section, but you never know when civil engineering might feel like ये चीज easy थी, इसको ले लेना जरूरी है. उसके लिए you should have a basic idea what there is in it. So read civil engineering as a student, not that because you'll be earning in that section or you'll be getting something out of it.
I agree to you. So we have reached the last question for today's talk session. Any parting advice for the aspiring consultancy professionals?
Keep your guesstimates and your case studies very crisp. At the same time, you should know if you are asked to elaborate, you should know how to elaborate it with keeping it as practical as possible. Second thing is, I would suggest my CV was, outgoing because I was pretty colorful in my life. Try to keep your CV colorful because you never know what it might be. Like you might have to jump core mein reh ke only studying for core. I'll say college I ho, get a life. Thank you.
Thank you very much for first of all having being with us, and
my pleasure.
Yeah, and we're really grateful to have you today with us, and thank you for answering a very very crisp and point to point answer. And it was a very insightful and informative session for us. And we would once again like to congratulate you for your very great success.
Thank you very much.
All the luck for ahead.
I need all of it. I need all of it.